Well said, Trevor Phillips. I've said before that there's not many mainstream journalists that I can tolerate at all. Andrew Neil, though, and Trevor Phillips, or Sir Trevor Phillips, are actually two that I can tolerate, because you wouldn't really know how they vote. Had Trevor Phillips not previously been in Labour, you wouldn't actually know from his journalism that he was minded to vote for Labour, probably still today, because he treats them all exactly the same. And this is what he had to say about the Unite the Kingdom rally.
Alarming aspect of the event was just how normal the vast majority of the marches were. I spent an hour or two amongst them, and my own impression was that they were mostly the sort of people you'd meet in a country pub or in half-time queue for the loo at football or at a concert. There was a sprinkling of black and brown faces, and the event was brought to a close by a gospel group singing Jerusalem. All that must worry the traditional mass parties, Labour and Conservatives, now polling at less than 40% between them. They're draining support to parties like Reform and the Greens. And yet, a man recently out of jail, condemned as an extremist thug by most mainstream media outlets, can rally a demo the size of the entire population of Cambridge or Blackpool. A feat you couldn't imagine either Sir Keir Starmer or Kemi Badenoch pulling off anytime soon.
Whatever you think of Sky News or Tom Robinson, that is a pretty balanced summary, to be fair to him. You can probably expect his P45 from Sky News within the next 48 hours, because he actually, as you heard, attacks his own mainstream colleagues because they're showing bias against the rally. But Trevor Phillips says there was people there of different ethnicities. A gospel choir, for God's sake, singing Jerusalem, because he took the time himself to walk amongst these people and just see what they were actually like, rather than listening to the BBC narrative or listening to other morons who will just condemn people as racist without even speaking to them at all. He realised they are just normal people concerned about their country and the direction it's being taken in by useless political parties that have, again, the duopoly, Labour and Tories, that have run this country for decade after decade and run it into the ground bit by bit. And that's what will terrify the establishment most. He's absolutely right, that these are not far-right bigots. They are normal, everyday people who just want to defend their communities, their culture, their heritage and their families. And because there was hardly any arrests, they can't even come out and call them far-right thugs anymore. And that's the terrifying thing for them. What narrative can they use? How can they degrade these people? How can they demonise these people? And there's no way to do it at the moment.